Could a simple can of paint on your kitchen cabinets be the magic wand that makes your house sell faster and for more money? You bet it can. In fact, choosing the right cabinet color is one of the cheapest, most impactful tricks to wow buyers. Today, let's spill the paint on magic cabinet colors that can help you sell your house fast, and a couple colors you should avoid. I've seen time and time again how a quick cabinet facelift can make buyers fall in love with a kitchen. In this video, we're going to talk about why cabinet color matters so much, reveal the top cabinet colors buyers adore, and I'll share some insider tips on how to do it the smart way. Stay with me, because I'll also warn you about a common cabinet color mistake that could actually turn buyers off. We don't want that happening to you. A few months ago, I helped a couple in Sanford prep their home for sale. They had a solid kitchen with good layout. They were sturdy, but made the kitchen feel like a cave. Buyers today lean towards light and bright. So what did we do? We rolled up our sleeves, literally, and we painted those cabinets a beautiful soft white, added some new brushed nickel handles, and guess what? It looked like a brand new kitchen renovation, but it cost only a few $100. The result? Buyers flocked to the open house, and the home went under contract in 48 hours for over asking price. All that largely thanks to the fresh cabinet color making the whole kitchen shine. It was like a magic trick, hence the magic cabinet colors. Now, why are kitchen cabinet colors such a big deal? Well, think about it. The kitchen is often called the heart of the home. For buyers, a bright, updated kitchen can create an emotional connection. They start picturing themselves cooking, entertaining, making memories there. If your cabinets are a dingy brown or a very dated color, buyers subconsciously see work to be done or old kitchen. But when cabinets are in a clean, modern color, the kitchen feels new and move-in ready, even if the appliances and layout are a little older. It's an instant uplift, and the best part, paint is cheap. Compared to a full kitchen remodel, painting cabinets is pennies on the dollar, and yet it can deliver a huge visual impact. So what are these magic colors? Let's get into the top two and a trending third cabinet color choices that have buyers swooning. Magic color number one, warm whites and creams. You guessed it, a tried and true classic, white cabinets. But we're not talking about stark, blinding hospital white. The magic is using a warm white or a soft off-white. Think shades like Swiss coffee or alabaster, colors that are white with a touch of warmth. These make a kitchen feel bright, clean, and inviting without feeling cold and sterile. Why do buyers love white kitchens? Because they scream fresh and updated. A white or creamy cabinet instantly lightens a room, making it feel bigger. It also gives a neutral backdrop, so buyers can easily imagine adding their own pops of color with decor. White cabinets are like a blank canvas, and most people's furnishings and styles will work with them. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, white? Is that too basic? Here's a fun fact. According to some research, a kitchen with well-done white cabinets can actually fetch a higher sale price in many markets. However, and this is interesting, pure white isn't always a top performer. A paint color analysis found that overly stark white kitchens might sell for a bit less than expected, whereas kitchens with a hint of contrast, like a soft gray island or two-tone cabinets, often did a lot better. The key is balance. Warm whites give you that brightness. One more tip. If you go with white or cream, make sure to do it right. That means proper prep, cleaning and lightly sanding the cabinets, using a good primer and applying the paint evenly, or hire a professional if you can. A sloppy paint job in white will show every drip and brush stroke, and that's not the impression you want to give. Done well though, white or off-white cabinets can make buyers' eyes light up as soon as they walk in your kitchen. Coming up, I'll talk about a second magic color that's been catching buyers' attention. It's not white, but it's just as easy on the eyes. Plus later, I'll reveal a color mistake that you definitely want to avoid when updating your cabinets, so stick around. Magic color number two, soft gray and greige tones. Maybe you want something a little different than white, but still neutral and universally loved. Enter the soft gray or greige cabinet trend. Over the past couple of years, Gentle gray tones have proven to be buyer magnets. Colors like a light dove gray or a greige, which is basically a gray with a hint of beige warmth, can give your kitchen a modern, elegant vibe. Now, we're not talking about grays like this. We're talking about softer grays like this. Just a hint of gray. Why are grays and greiges so magical? They offer the neutrality of white, but with a touch of depth and sophistication. Gray cabinets pair beautifully with white countertops or with darker countertops or even a butcher block. They're super versatile. They also tend to photograph really well for your online listings. And trust me, good photos bring in more buyers. A soft gray can make your backsplash pop and can complement stainless steel appliances perfectly. I've had buyers walk into a kitchen with light gray cabinets and say, "Oh, I love this. It feels updated and classy, but not flashy." And for those worrying that gray might be a passing trend, the key is to stick to classic light gray tones. Avoid anything too dark or too blue toned. Think greige or gray that's almost an off-white. These hues have pretty much become the new neutrals. They aren't going out of style anytime soon because they're so adaptable. They work with farmhouse style, modern style, you name it. A quick data point. Design surveys have noted that soft gray kitchens often get high marks from buyers looking at home listings. It's considered a safe bet that still feels contemporary. And remember, the research I mentioned, they noted buyers these days often prefer a little bit of contrast or depth. If you decide to go the gray route, the same advice applies. Do quality work. Use a paint specifically made for cabinets or trim. They're usually acrylic enamel types that dry harder and are more durable. You want that finish to look smooth and factory fresh if possible. The good news is gray and greige paints tend to be very forgiving in terms of showing less dirt than pure white, which is a nice bonus for both you and the future owner. Okay, now let's talk about magic trend number 3, two-tone combos, white and an accent color. Now, for a little extra magic, this one is a bit trendier, but when done right, it can really make your kitchen stand out in a great way. Two-toned kitchens. This typically means, for example, white upper cabinets and a contrasting color on the lower cabinets or on a center island. The most popular accent in the past couple of years, a deep navy blue or a rich charcoal gray on the lower cabinets with bright white uppers. You might have seen this style on HGTV or Pinterest. A navy island with white perimeter cabinets, for instance, adds a designer's touch. I've seen buyers get positively giddy about a look like that because it feels custom and high-end. The dark lower cabinets ground the space and hide scuffs, while the white uppers keep the kitchen feeling open and bright. However, a word of caution. If you go two-tone, keep the overall palette neutral and complementary. Navy blue or charcoal gray pairs well with white because they're classic colors. Imagine a blue suit with a white shirt. It just works. I wouldn't recommend, say, bright yellow or red cabinets as your accent. These might be too taste specific and could scare off some buyers. Remember, we're aiming for broad appeal. I had a client last year who went with the two-tone look. They painted the island in a sleek charcoal gray and the rest of the cabinets in a soft off-white. When we listed the home, we highlighted the designer kitchen in the description. We had so many showings and nearly every buyer who walked in said, "Wow, I love this kitchen." It felt unique, but not risky. If two-tone isn't your thing, it's absolutely fine. A unified color scheme in white or gray is perfectly awesome. Two-tone is just a bonus idea for those who want a little pop while still staying within a neutral, elegant range. Now, let's touch on that mistake I teased earlier. When selling, you want to appeal to as many buyers as possible. So while your heart might love that quirky lime green or bright orange, those colors are best left for your next home or a Pinterest board, not for a resale kitchen. Extremely bold or unusual cabinet colors tend to be a turnoff for most buyers. I always say the only tears we want are tears of joy, not tears because a buyer is horrified by a purple kitchen, right? I joke, but I've actually walked into a showing with purple cabinets. Let's just say it was a very niche look, and the home took a long time to sell. Another mistake is going too dark for all your cabinets. For example, painting everything a heavy espresso brown or a black. While dark cabinets can be beautiful in some designs, if you don't have abundant natural light and the right surroundings, they can make the kitchen feel smaller and gloomier. Many buyers also worry that dark colors will show scratches or dust, or that they'll have to repaint in a lighter color later. So unless you have professionally designed scheme, I'd avoid painting all your cabinets in a super dark tone when selling. Save those moody, dramatic kitchens for your forever home where you can enjoy them personally. For selling, remember light, bright, neutral, and inviting wins the day. One more thing to avoid, super high gloss, crazy finishes or faux finishes. You might think a shiny lacquer red cabinet is artsy, but buyers generally won't. Same with doing that, say, a faux distressed paint look. Sometimes it just ends up looking like work to repaint in the buyer's mind. Keep it simple for broad appeal. All right, we've gone through a lot of color ideas. Let's quickly recap our magic cabinet colors. Warm whites and creams, timeless, bright, and universally appealing. Soft grays, greiges, modern, elegant neutrals that add depth. Tasteful two-tones, white and navy or charcoal accents for a designer's touch. If you want to go trendy, yet tasteful. And avoid those wild or overly dark colors that shrink the buyer pool. By now, you might be excited to grab a paintbrush or maybe make a phone call to a painter. Before you do, here's a pro tip. Get paint sample swatches or even sample jars and test the color on a small part of your cabinets before committing. See how the color looks in your kitchen's lighting, next to your countertops and floor. A color that looks perfect in the can or in someone else's kitchen might look very different in yours. So do a test door or an inside section first. Also, if this all sounds overwhelming or you're not the DIY type, consider hiring a professional for a cabinet repaint. It's still far cheaper than a full renovation and can usually be done in a few days. The money you'll invest in quality painting can easily come back to you, and then some, in your home sale price and speed. And if you're interested in more budget-friendly tips to make your home sell for top dollar, I've compiled a bunch of them in my free Sunshine State Home Sellers Handbook. It's loaded with little fixes and magic touches, like these paint tricks, that we use to get Florida homes sold quickly. Scan the QR code. Remember that first impressions sell houses. When buyers walk into your kitchen and see those cabinets looking fresh and inviting in a great color, they're already mentally moving in. The goal is to help them fall in love at first sight, and color is a big part of that story. With a weekend of work and a few gallons of the right paint, you can transform your kitchen from meh to wow. And if you're not sure which color would work best in your home, or if you have any questions at all about prepping your house for sale, feel free to reach out. As always, I'm here to be your friendly real estate resource. Drop a comment, give me a call, or shout to the text number on the screen. I'm happy to offer some advice tailored to your situation. I'll help you find the best agent for you, whether that's right here in Florida or anywhere else in the United States or Canada. I'll make sure you're in great hands. Good luck with that cabinet makeover. I can't wait to hear how it turns out. Until next time, this is still Tom McNamara, your Florida real estate insider, saying happy painting. See you in the next video.